Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Dan Baumgart with an update on the weather. We've had some changes for the overnight period here. We're now expecting 2 rounds of storms, one later in the afternoon into the evening, and then another one overnight. We're expecting severe storms today, and damaging winds are the main threat. Isolated tornadoes and large hail are also possible, and these storms will produce heavy rain and some localized flooding. But down trees and power lines, as well as blowing debris, is what we're really concerned with for the hazard this afternoon and evening, and possibly overnight as well. So we expect 2 rounds of storms. That's a change since this morning. Our confidence has decreased a little bit for the overnight periods, but basically during the afternoon and evening we see a threat of severe thunderstorms moving across southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and southwest Wisconsin. And then overnight we expect more storms to form in northwest Wisconsin and move southeast, affecting many across the area. The largest threat again is damaging winds, especially this afternoon and into the evening here. You see the Storm Prediction Center's area of damaging winds here, and the hatched means that winds could be 70 miles per hour or higher. Taking a look at the 2 p.m. radar, you see there is a complex of storms that's moved all the way out of northern South Dakota with wind gusts of 70 to 80 miles per hour associated with it. The air mass is very unstable out ahead of this system, and we expect it just to increase and continue to move southeastward through southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and into southwest Wisconsin. Here are some approximate times later in the afternoon coming into southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa, and then by early evening it will be in southwest Wisconsin. So that is the highest threat area for that period of time. Later this evening, 11 p.m., 10, 11 o'clock, midnight, we're expecting more storms to form in northwest Wisconsin and north central Wisconsin, slowly make their way southeastward, and by the pre-sunrise hours be affecting many in Wisconsin and also back towards southeast Minnesota. We expect damaging winds, isolated large hail, and isolated tornadoes possible with these storms. However, we're not confident in just how many severe storms we will have overnight tonight. Definitely the bigger threat, it looks to be the afternoon and evening across the further southwest area. So tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Damaging winds look like the main threat again, with possibly widespread winds of greater than 60 miles per hour. Isolated hail of 1 to 2 inches and heavy rainfall. Mainly the rainfall will be nuisance kind of rainfall. Most areas should see 1 to 2 inches overnight tonight. And that could cause some localized street flooding, but we don't expect a big response on the rivers and streams in the area. So prepare now for severe weather, especially if you're in that southeast Minnesota, Rochester, and southward, also northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin. Again, know where your shelter is. You need to seek shelter from these storms in a hard structure. If you're camping, if you're at an outdoor event, make sure you know where a hard structure is for safety. That is very important with these storms coming through in the afternoon and evening. Also in the overnight hours, if you're camping, you're going to want to, again, go to shelter if you hear storms approach. The storms for the next 24 hours have the potential to be severe, and we could have fatalities if you are not in a hard structure if under a severe thunderstorm.